Hello!
And welcome back to Books and Crannies.
A book lovers podcast.
You couldn't just let me have my moment?
Oh, sorry. Did I ruin it with my song?
Yeah.
Should I have been like, a book lovers podcast?
Yes.
Oh. Well,
Jeez.
cut it. Cut it all.
I'm Sarah.
I'm Danielle.
And today,
y'all.
we're wrapping up.
We are.
I hate you.
I know you do. What are we wrapping up?
We're wrapping up One Dark Window.
Sure are.
By Rachel Gillig. We're reading chapters 19 through the end.
Yes, Queen, it's on our sign.
Yeah,
in case you get confused. Not at all us, you guys.
Yeah.
Come on.
It's all you.
Yeah, the second half of this little book.
Wow.
Wow. Oh my
Wow.
God. I'm sorry. And I really enjoyed myself.
I did too.
In this section. I feel like last week we were all over the freaking place, so sorry about that.
We were.
I
think we were both like tired and didn't have a lot of time to read. And
Yeah.
were stressed.
Yeah, we were cramming.
Yeah.
But I feel far more coherent this week.
I feel a little better.
You do?
Yeah.
Yeah. Less of a slumpy vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I meant more just like I know better what's going on in this section than I did last week. I literally, everything you said last week was like, I don't remember that.
Like,
but
yeah,
okay.
yeah,
cool.
totally.
Yeah. Wow.
Is hearing the story for the first time.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I feel like I know what happened. Especially because the second half was like eventful.
It was.
And really exciting.
It was like, wow.
Wow.
Pow, pow, pow.
One after another wows.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was really good.
Yeah.
But before we get into it, Sarah, how are you?
I'm okay.
How was your freaking week?
It was pretty good.
It was good?
You know, a week.
Yeah, well.
I was a little emotional this week, and I don't really know why. Spontaneous sobbing, you know.
I hate
it's
that.
Fine.
As any man would ask you, is it that time of the month?
It is.
Okay. That probably explains a lot of it.
Yeah.
I feel like, you know, emotions run high.
Yeah.
Get it out.
Anyways,
Anyway.
how are you? How was your week?
I'm pretty good. It's a week. Nothing too crazy.
Yeah.
My daughter fell, which scared me for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And I had weird mom guilt / worry, but she's totally fine.
That's good.
Yeah. We went to Tiny Town. It's
How was
It's
that?
a town that's tiny.
Wow. Never would
It's
have
pretty
guessed.
fun. I know. The name is really deceptive, but it was pretty fun. My daughter was more interested in rocks and dirt than she was the tiny houses.
Naturally.
Yeah. And so we spent a lot of time sitting,
Yeah.
watching her play with dirt.
Sounds like a
And-
blast for you and your hubby.
Yeah, totally. Rode a train. That was pretty fun. And yeah, otherwise just chilling, man.
Heck yeah, dude.
I have a busy weekend, and then I start a new job, so this week was just vibes.
That's good.
Chilling vibes.
I'm glad.
Except chilling vibes are still busy vibes, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Naturally.
Mm-hmm.
Same.
Yeah. Yeah, as it goes. But I read a lot, so that's nice.
Same.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a really, really slow week at work after the chaos of back to school. So.
Maybe it's like, you know, calm before another storm.
Oh, it is for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because picture day will come soon, and then everyone's going to
Ew.
be like, ah, haircuts.
Ah! It's been a week, but I need another one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or all the people that didn't get cuts for back to school are going to be like, it's picture day. You got to cut your hair now, Tommy.
Come on, Tommy. Billy, get in there. Well.
But yeah, because it was slow at work, I had a lot of time to just read.
We love that. We love that.
Yeah, we had like one day that was wild and cuckoo.
Cuckoo.
Cuckoo crazy pants.
I feel like every time you say cuckoo, have this impulse to say cuckoo.
Cuckoo.
Then it goes
Same.
on for a while. It's a cuckoo train.
It happens every time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, I guess we should talk about the book.
I guess.
Are you excited? I'm actually excited to talk about it.
I
I
am
sounded
too.
like I wasn't, but I am.
Yeah,
It was good second half.
it was really good.
It was really good.
Oh, fuck good.
Oh my God. So, you need to grab a snack.
And a drink.
And perhaps a top sheet.
And you know what? With that top sheet, tonight you can have a blanket because it's kind of chilly.
Oh my goodness. If you're in our state.
Yeah.
If you're anywhere else, who knows? You know?
Good luck.
We can't speak to other states.
Fall is coming.
It is. It's
I'm
on the wind.
So excited.
I love fall. It's my favorite freaking time of year.
Mine too. It's been getting like actually chilly at night. I've been sleeping with my window open.
I know.
Raining every evening.
I love the rain.
I love it.
I love the rain.
Yeah.
We love sitting on the porch and watching rain.
Oh, it's my favorite. The smell of the rain.
I know.
The sound of the rain.
I know.
The feel of the rain.
Give it to me.
Come on.
Come on.
Anyways, you can also grab a friggin'
blank. Oh. You
I
already
said
said
that
blanket.
already.
What else are you going to say? What else do they need?
Fuzzy socks.
Yeah.
Keep your toes warm.
Slippers, perhaps.
Perhaps.
Or
mittens.
Cuddly stuffy.
Don't get mittens. It's not that cold.
No, relax. Chill out.
Ah.
Whoa. But let's do it.
Let's do it.
So last week we ended off and we actually didn't know what the hell we were talking about.
We sure didn't. When I opened this first chapter, I was like, oh my God, we were so off.
We were like, they may have robbed the place or not. I don't know.
We were both like, I'm pretty sure she got him.
Yeah, no.
No.
Last week we should have said that they were waiting in the woods for this big coup.
Yeah.
To steal the freaking well card.
To ambush.
Ambush those suckers.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so that's where we're picking up.
Yeah.
And, they're in the woods.
They are.
And they see more than they expect on the road. There's like the guy, I don't know, remember his name?
Hoth?
No, the one with the card that they're trying to steal.
Who knows?
Whatever.
That guy.
That guy. And there's also like another carriage and some destriers. What do you say for that?
Destriers.
Destriers.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that's kind of what I think I say. And and one of them being the freaking heir, Hoth.
Okay, so Hoth was there. I'm not crazy.
He was there.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's there.
Okay.
Because he's a big bully.
Yeah, he's a wiener.
I hate him. He's the worst.
He's one of those weird tentacled wieners.
For more context, go check out our weekly check-in. But yeah, there's a lot more people than they expect.
Yeah.
And so they're like, we got to be smart about this, but they're still going through with it.
Of course.
Of course.
They didn't come all this way for nothing.
They don't want to leave empty-handed.
Come on.
Come on. And so freaking Raven.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why I was like, is that this guy? Because there's a lot of R names in books for guys.
I have to say that I have to sneeze.
Oh.
That's not what I had to say.
I have to say I have to sneeze.
It's gone now. I laughed my sneeze away.
Damn it. Oh, I heard that.
What was I going to say? Oh, I have to say, while I'm reading this book, every single time his name comes up, I want to say Ryan. And I have to go back and really look at it. I'm like, it's Raven.
Well, I think about Rain and freaking Serpent. There's a lot of R's, I guess.
With your one example. Reese.
Reese, and yeah, he's another one.
Yeah.
Rambo. Ralph. Okay. Well, anyway.
Rainbow.
I said Rambo. But Rainbow's a cool name, too.
I heard Rainbow, so.
Yeah, Rainbow,
Yep.
in that one book. But anyway.
Rambo? Which book?
None of them. Rambo's definitely a movie guy.
I know.
We're being idiots. But now I want to name something Rainbow.
Oh, let's do it.
Yeah, okay.
Let's go find an ant.
Great. Good old Rainbow. But anyway, God, the plan.
Yeah.
Is that Raven, not Rainbow.
Or Ryan.
Is gonna become invisible with his mirror card, and freaking Elspeth's gonna go with him because she can see the card and tell him exactly where it's at.
Yeah.
And so the rest of the crew starts ambushing him. They're battling, and Elspeth's like, it's in his left chest pocket or whatever.
Yeah.
And so
Raven's like
thanks for the info. And she starts turning back to go back to the forest to stay hidden because she is not a freaking warrior.
She's not invisible either.
That too, yeah. They all have masks on. Nobody knows who they are.
Yeah.
But as she's like headed back to the tree line, she sees freaking Elm, the brother of the heir, the king's other son.
Yeah.
In combat with her dad.
Mm-hmm.
Her good old daddy-o.
Daddy, what are you doing here?
Yeah.
Dad?
He's like, oh, shit. I didn't place last week that her dad is the former captain of the Destriers. He was who Raven is.
I didn't
now.
either.
Yeah.
I still didn't place that.
Well, he is.
So.
Yeah. There was something mentioned. I was like, oh, okay. Great. So he's very much loyal to the king, I think, is the moral of the story there.
Yeah.
But in any case, she's like, oh, this is not good. Uh-oh. And like
Daddy's gonna recognize me.
Well,
first
and
of
he's
all.
gonna hurt the shit out of Elm.
Yeah.
He like knocked Elm down, had a sword ready.
Yeah.
And so she chucked a rock at him.
Uh-huh.
Which apparently knocked him off balance or something. It must have been a big rock.
Maybe she was using her demon strength.
Maybe. She was
Or
like Nightmare Con.
Nightmare strength, I mean.
Pal, help
Yeah.
me out. But she chucks a rock at him. He like stumbles. Elm gets away. But then he's after her, of course. So she starts trying to scramble back into the woods.
Yeah.
But he gets her.
Mm-hmm.
In a freaking tussle.
Mm-hmm.
They're fighting.
Pow
And
pow.
Pow pow. And she has to, I think, call the Nightmare for help.
Yeah.
To get out of that situation. But the dad does seem to be looking at her, like, very suspiciously.
Mm-hmm.
And she talks about having his blade with her. Like her
Yeah.
dad's blade. And that's sus.
Yeah.
And he, like, catches a glance.
Yeah.
But then she calls on Nightmare, eyes go yellow. So
Mhm.
now it's not me anymore, Dad.
It's not me. You don't recognize me.
Who could I be?
Who could it be?
But she ends up disarming him in some way.
Yeah.
And fleeing into the woods.
Dun dun dun.
Dun, dun, dun. And she finds one of the other ladies that is there.
Yeah.
A comrade.
Yeah.
Not an enemy
No.
yet.
It's what the freak is her name?
Jesper,
Thank you.
I think.
Yeah.
They find each other.
Yeah.
And Jesper does not have her charm. The charms that keep them safe in the mist.
Oh yeah.
She doesn't have it.
Yeah.
And she's like, shit, I don't got it. Do you got one? And Elspeth's like, no, dude, I left my home because Raven told me I didn't need it.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh.
Oh snap.
Ah!
But okay, also, why does she need a charm to keep her safe if she's already
Jesper isn't infected.
I know, but what's her face?
She doesn't. Elspeth doesn't need one.
Then why does she have one?
She doesn't. I just said she left it at home because
No, but that she has one.
Oh. Well, because she didn't know that until Raven told her. She
Got
thought
it.
she needed it, but he's like, nah, dude, we're infected. And like,
Okay.
the mist doesn't get us anymore.
Got it.
Yeah. So, she made it a long time ago, before she met her shadow daddy.
Got it.
Yeah.
All right. Sick.
But anyway,
Thanks for answering my question.
Yeah, I got you. Anytime. But Jesper's like, oh, shoot, dang, do you have one? And Elspeth's like, no. And so Jesper gets called into the mist
Mm-hmm.
by the lady or whatever it is of
The lady
night.
in the mist.
The lady in the mist, is that her name?
Yeah.
All right.
She's a lady
magic.
and she's in the mist.
She's
so-
there saying, hey,
Hey, I'm in the mist.
come get me. Against
hang
your
out.
will.
Come on.
Follow my voice. Marco. And, and so Jesper starts like going through the forest.
Yeah.
And Elspeth like loses track of her but is hearing like animal like screaming
Mm-hmm.
and starts running after her.
Yeah.
Finds her like being tangled up in roots and shit. Her
Yeah.
ankles all fucked up.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Scary.
Scary.
So
what does she decide to do? Do you remember?
no.
She's like, I know Raven probably has his, so I'm going to try to run back to Raven through the fucking forest
That's right.
to get his charm or
Yeah.
whatever. I'm like, what? That's a terrible
Why
plan.
would you leave her alone?
That's what I'm saying.
You have a blade on you, first of all.
Yeah.
Use it to like cut the vines and
Yeah.
take her and run.
I don't know.
Ask the demon, the nightmare, for help.
Yeah. I mean, you've
For
been using it a
strength.
lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. But she decides to run off to Raven. And instead of finding him, she finds good old Hoffy Hoff
Yeah.
and a couple of his buds.
Yeah. It's
And
bad news.
it is bad news. Hoff is a wiener.
Yeah, I really don't like him.
He's terrible. He's
Mhm.
like the epitome of, I don't know, brute force alpha male.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But, of course...
I am alpha male. Hear me roar.
These headphones paint a different picture of this experience. I can hear it all. Not that I can't hear my own voice otherwise. But,
yeah, but it's different.
Yeah. In any case, he finds her.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, hey, I'm going to get you.
Lady.
Yeah. And they start battling.
Yeah.
And she ends up on the ground. He, like, breaks her wrist.
Yeah.
But then she calls on the nightmare.
She does. And she attacks him with her claws.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Right in the face.
Right in the face.
Yeah.
Claws the crap out of him.
Yeah.
And of course he's like, ah!
Ah.
But she ends up escaping.
Yeah.
He's nightmare speed and stuff. But she knows he's after her. So she's like trying to get away and bumps into Raven in the forest and is like panicked. And not
Raven's
okay.
Like, what happened?
Yeah.
Honey boo boo.
She's like, Hoth's coming, but we have to go get Jesper.
Go.
Do you have your freaking charm?
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah. So they go get Jesper. They stop hearing Hoth and his cronies.
Yeah.
And they head back.
Yeah.
And she rides with Raven this time instead of Elm. And they're like hugging and she wants him.
Yeah, certainly.
Of course.
And he wants her.
Of course.
Absolutely.
Of course. Yeah. But now she has a broken ass wrist.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they're
Ow.
I know.
God.
No thanks.
No.
And the fact that he could, I don't know actually how he did it, but if he could just like that. Oh, he has a fucking black horse.
Yep.
That's right. And a
yeah,
scythe.
so it makes him like fast and strong and
yeah. And he has a scythe that he can be like, do my bidding, fool. But you can't do that to the nightmare.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they make it back to the U Castle.
Yeah.
And she's like resting up. But the next day, they have the Destriers there to train. They do. They brought him there. Raven like put on this whole show to say, you know, you got robbed by highwaymen or whatever. Here's how to fight them, basically. And Ione is there, the cousin, who is now under the maiden spell.
Yeah. And she's kind of a bitch.
She's
now.
kind of a bitch.
I don't like Ione anymore.
No. Not a big fan. But like also Am.
Yeah.
She might be cold-hearted, but she hates Hoth.
Yeah.
And she helped out Elspeth.
Yeah.
Like in this section. So at least there's that. But she just wants power.
Yep.
But anyway, Ione's there and she like asks about the wrist and Elspeth tells her she fell off a horse and whatever. And then they go to watch the dudes training.
Yeah.
And Hoth notices the wrist too.
Yeah.
But like doesn't make too big a comment about it. And Raven's like, you gonna fight me, bro? And like eggs him on.
Yeah.
They fight about it. Raven's much better than Hoth. He's just like slapping him. He's playing with him.
Yeah.
And then gets him on the ground and like stomps on his wrist.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Ow.
To get payback, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Way to go, Raven.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think at this point, Haas is suspicious as hell.
Hoth?
Whatever his fucking name is. That guy sucks. That guy. But Ione is also suspicious.
Yeah.
But she doesn't say anything about it. I feel like even in that day, she like covers up kind of for Elspeth. Like Hoth asks about it and Ione's like, she fell off a horse. Like, shut up.
Yeah, she says we were riding the other day and she fell off a horse.
Yeah.
Like, she was with her when it happened.
Yeah. Interesting.
Even though she wasn't.
She also, just laughs at Hoth's pain and stuff. Clearly, they're not having a happy courtship.
Yeah.
Well, who could with that wiener?
Really, though.
Honestly. Ew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? God, he's got to be such a miserable person to be around.
Truly.
Ugh.
Truly. No thanks.
Absolutely.
It's not my
thanks.
kind of company.
No.
Icky. But but then they carry on their merry way.
Yeah.
And I think maybe that night, who knows?
Sometime.
Raven and Elspeth end up together.
Yeah.
And he's like, I want to show you something.
What does he show her?
Do you know?
No.
Okay. Well, they go to the ruins.
I thought that I really had this section unlocked.
That's okay. I'll tell you the story. They go to the ruins.
Yeah.
On his property.
Oh, yeah.
And they go inside the one dark window.
Yeah.
And he has to like help her through. Obviously, her wrist's broken.
Yeah.
But they get in there, and there's this huge slab of rock.
Mm-hmm.
And Elspeth's been having these nightmares about that exact slab of rock.
Yeah.
With some spooky guy who's also on her carpet, sitting on it, saying, like, let me out.
And he's real creepy.
He's real creepy.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, shit, we're here.
Yeah.
And he, like, cuts his hand all of a sudden. She's like, what the fuck? And Raven's like, don't worry about it. Check it out. Rubs his blood on the stone, and it, like, becomes translucent.
Yeah.
And all of the cards that they have are inside of it.
Yeah.
What the heck?
fuck?
It's like a weird magic chest.
This is not at all what I expected out of the One Dark Window.
No.
Not even a little bit.
Nope. I was like, that's definitely has to do with the Lady in the Mist. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be like a portal or something to a different dimension.
Hey, that'd be cool.
That's where my mind went.
Well, sorry to disappoint you.
No, it's fine.
It's all my fault.
It was your fault, for sure.
But he shows her where they're stashed to be safe.
Yeah.
And he's like, only people who are infected can open this thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I wanted you to know about it because you're the only one who can open it.
Yeah.
In this house, whatever. And they're chatting about it. He says that, like, that place was built by the Shepherd King or something for the lady in the wood.
Yeah.
Or whatever. And she starts, like, sort of piecing it together a little bit. I think she starts thinking about, you know, creepy guy she has nightmares about, etc. But then she's like, let me close it. I got to practice.
Yeah.
So she does it, and it closes.
She does.
And then they start making out.
Yeah.
They start
gets
getting
hot and
and
heavy.
heavy. They want to bang right then and there.
Certainly.
But then she's like, oh! I don't know why she gets spooked.
Something happens. Something happened. She, like...
Oh, she has, like, another vision or something.
Has a vision, yeah. Of something.
Of the same creepy guy, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah.
And he's, like, sitting there watching them make out.
Yeah. He, like, appears on the slab.
Yeah.
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 And she's like, oh, shit. I gotta go.
I gotta go.
And
I love
Raven's
you,
like,
bye.
Okay. Did I scare her off?
Yeah.
No. The creepy ghost man did.
Yeah,
And
don't worry, buddy. Shh. She loves you. It's okay.
Yeah. But she runs back and goes to bed, presumably. But then wakes up to fucking the healer, Philip, being like, hey, Elspeth, what's good? She's just in the grass.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
She's like, where? What?
She's like, how did I get here?
She's like, I must have been night
sleepwalking.
Yeah, sleepwalking.
Night walking.
Walking at night. I don't know why that came out of my mouth.
That's like when people say, oh, I'm going night fishing. I'm like, you're going fishing.
At
it's
night.
It's
not
no
a special
different.
sport. Relax. Did people say that to you a lot?
I know people who like are always like, I'm going to go night fishing. I'm like, why?
That's weird that you know that many people.
Why? I know a lot of, I mean, it's Fort Collins. There's a lot of
weirdos.
Farm people.
Farm folk. Fair. But any freaking who. She wakes up having had slept walk.
Yeah.
And
I love that the healer's just sitting there like, hey, what you doing?
Get up. What's up? He's like, yeah, I go on walks every morning around the ruins. But he like takes her in to clean her up and rewrap her wrist. And I think she has like her hands are all bloody and dirty, like she was digging or something.
Maybe.
She's got dirt under her fingernails. So he's like cleaning her up and helping her out. And yeah, I don't know, rewraps her wrist. And he seems real nice. And they talk a little bit about the infected and how he's a physician, which like she's avoided all of her life.
Yeah.
But he's on the side of Raven and friends.
Mm-hmm.
And she kind of asks about that because his family had been serving the crown for however long. And he's like, well, it didn't used to be this way. Like, we didn't hunt the infected. We, you know, tried to save them or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's since been corrupted.
He's the same physician who she met at first, right? The first guy. After she met Raven?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
I would imagine.
Same.
Yeah. I don't think I heard it, so
That's
if you guys didn't, then don't talk about it.
Good on you.
It just made a crazy booble. Sarah, don't look at me like that.
Sorry.
You're not. It's okay.
I'm not. It's true.
Yeah.
Anywho.
She, then I think she, like, goes back to the chamber with the one dark window to see, like, what the heck's up. And the whole base around the slab has been, like, dug up. Like, there's dirt around the slab that's freshly dug.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah. I don't know. Something like that.
Yeah, so what the heck was she doing?
Well, I feel like she starts talking to the nightmare about it.
Yeah.
Because he also was, like, egging her on to go in there.
It's true, yeah.
And she has questions, but he never answers anything directly.
Yeah, he's always got this friggin' riddles and rhymes and poetry.
Yeah, but I think she starts, like, piecing things together and is sitting in her room, like, staring at the carpet with the image of this creepy ghost guy. And she's like, wait a damn second, Mr. Nightmare. Are you perhaps that guy?
Dun, dun, dun.
And if you are, then you must be the Shepherd King.
Mm-hmm.
She's got Shepherd King up in her.
Bruh. She absorbed the Shepherd King.
A part of his soul.
His soul.
Apparently, that's what he bartered with to make the nightmare cards.
Yeah. He gave a part of his soul. Or his whole soul? I don't know.
I think it's part for each, because there's two. That's my guess.
I would imagine
Does he have another soul piece on the other card that freaking Raven has?
Or did he just...
Put it all in one?
No, not just,
No. Literally no clue.
Was he just giving his entire soul? And it's not necessarily in one card or the other, but...
Attached to Nightmare?
Both of them.
Yeah, perhaps. I don't know. But nonetheless, what the heck? That's crazy.
Yeah.
Shepherd King is the guy who made all cards. He's the one who used to be the king.
Yeah.
And was usurped by the Rowans.
Yeah.
And he knew the freaking Lady in the Mist.
Yeah.
This is a big mystical guy to be up in ya.
Yeah.
The spirit of, guys, relax.
Yeah.
The soul
settle down.
Of, yeah. Come on.
This one isn't that kind of book. Get out of here.
Well, yeah, no. But anyway.
That kind of blew my mind.
What? That it was a Shepherd King?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't really expect that either. That was exciting.
I was like,
oh my god.
Are you kidding me?
I know. Crazy developments.
And isn't there something about someone being related to someone?
What?
Who? I don't remember. There was like a part where they were like, you must be a descendant of these or ancestor or something.
Oh, I think she was talking
like somehow the Shepherd King is related to
the
Raven's family.
Yeah, I think it's Elm or Jesper, one of the two. They're talking about the Shepherd King some, and they say that he must have been a Yew, which is their last name.
Yeah.
Because our castle ruins, like, that's the only big castle outside of the one that the king's in.
Yeah.
And he did not inhabit the current castle.
Right.
So, like, it has to be you because it's on our land.
Yeah.
But nobody knows his name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, he might be Raven's great-great-great-granddaddy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or something.
And I feel like that's got to come back into play somewhere.
Certainly.
Because it was talked about in, like, such brief detail.
Yeah. I feel like it's got to come up again.
But it's got to tie back into the story somewhere, somehow.
Oh, I bet I have ideas now that you say that.
Oh, my gosh.
Come the end, we can talk about it.
Okay.
But if I remember, I probably will. Maybe. Who knows? But anyway, yeah. So all that goes down. She's discovered Shepherd King. They have the well card.
Mm-hmm.
She wants Raven a lot. They keep making out. They're actually courting each other now.
Yeah.
She's like, I can't be afraid to like him.
Mm-hmm.
I love him. And then all of a sudden, Market Day comes up.
Yeah.
Where they have to, like, wear their house colors, and it feels Harry Potter.
I know.
And they go to the city, and a bunch of markets are like it's like a farmer's market.
Yeah, I'm like, it's like a pop-up farmer's market.
A royal
is what it feels
farmer's
like.
market. Yeah. So she's like dressed in crimson for her dad's house.
Yeah.
And it's her mom's dress and whatever, and they get all fancy, and they have to wear masks, and they all go to this freaking thing.
Yeah.
And Raven's got business. He's
He
the
does.
captain. He's got to go deal with the destriers.
He's a busy guy.
Yeah. And Elm's like, ugh, I guess I'll hang out with you.
Yeah.
Elm is sassy.
He is.
He's like really suspicious of Elspeth. And so I think that just makes him like not want to be around her.
Yeah.
Even though he's funny and I like him kind of.
I do too.
Yeah.
I feel like he's suspicious of her, but he's not like a total dickhead to her. He's still kind of nice and
he
friendly.
Is kind of nice, but also is like, stop.
Yeah.
I know you're lying to me.
Yeah, you're hiding something from us, and I know it.
And it's annoying, but
Yeah.
also I'll protect you.
Yeah.
Idiot. But but yeah, they go to the market thing, and Elspeth and Elm are hanging out, and they pass Daddy's house, where the freaking card they need is at.
Yeah,
Maybe his is the well. They got the iron gate or whatever from the ambush.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter too much, but
It doesn't. But when they pass Daddy's house, Elspeth is like, let's go.
come on, perfect
Let's just go sneak in. No one will notice. It's fine.
Yeah.
And Elma's like, hell no.
It's not the time, girl.
Just wait.
Not right
Be
now.
patient.
God,
She's like,
we're not
fine.
doing it. Yeah. So they don't.
Yeah.
And they carry on their merry way, going around the market. Freaking Elspeth runs into her dad and her
He's
stepmom.
like, oh my god, that dress. You look just like your mom.
Yeah, he gets all misty-eyed about it.
Yeah.
She sees her half-sister twins who are irritating as hell.
Yeah.
And they, like, pull her away to talk about Raven and, like, you're really courting? Oh my gosh, cute.
Yeah.
And then she's like, ugh, and asks Elm to use his scythe to send them away.
Yeah.
She's like, please, help me out.
I can't stand them.
Yeah. And they started just, like, drinking wine together, hanging out.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, there's a commotion.
There sure is.
What happened, Sarah?
Well, the freaking people,
The people.
Hoth and his people,
Hoth and friends.
come out with a family,
Uh-huh.
and they're like, these guys are infected.
Well, the parents hid their infected kid.
Oh, the kid is infected. That's
yeah.
right. So we got to put them all to death.
All of them.
We're going to send them into the mist.
Yeah. And it's this whole ruckus.
Well, they're going to send the parents into the mist. I don't know what they're doing with the kid.
Well, I think Elm says something like, if, the king determines his powers are helpful because of
That's
the
right.
infection,
Yeah.
they'll keep him around. Otherwise, he's gonzo, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
I remembered something.
Yeah. But they start, like, forcing the crowd to go to the edge of the forest to see all of this go down.
Yeah, like, you're going to witness it. It reminds me of, like, old-time hangings and shit. Where they, like, the whole town's just forced to watch.
Public execution.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Hoth is, like, forcing everyone towards the edge of the forest and uses his scythe on the parents to, like, send them into the forest.
Yeah.
And while they're being forced to walk, they're, like, screaming.
Yeah.
That's fucked.
It's heart-wrenching.
That's terrible. You
And
can't
the
control
little
your
kid
body.
is just having to watch this whole thing.
I know. While he is freaking held by the physician, the real creepy one, Orth or whatever his name is, who's, like, got weird claws for hands. Like, what's that about? Relax. But he, like, pokes him once and gets a drop of blood, and he's like, oh, yeah, infection.
Yeah.
What's this science?
Yeah. Well, isn't Orth infected?
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Ugh.
Yeah, he's icky. I don't like him.
Yeah.
But all the while, Elspeth is saying to Elm, like, we need to do something. Like, this is horrible.
This isn't okay.
Where's Raven? Where's, like, the captain of the destriers? Like, how can Hoth make this happen on his own? We got to do something.
Yeah.
And she's, like, begging Elm to do something. Because he also has a scythe.
Ugh. It's terrible.
I know. And so Elm's like, oh, okay. All right. And uses his scythe to stop the parents. And so it's, like, scythe battle.
Yeah.
Like, they're just frozen in place because of each scythe making them want to go in different directions.
Yeah.
And he starts walking to his brother to, like, talk shit. And meanwhile, Elspeth is, like, sneaking through the crowd in his cloak and mask trying to get to the boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there's a big old confrontation between Hoth and Elm. They're brothers, so it's like a piss and fit.
Of course.
Of course. But Hoth wants to murder. And he's like,
he's
it's
real
my
mad.
right to carry out the law.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah.
It's my duty.
My duty. Ha ha.
duty.
Poopy pants. Dumb. But while all this is happening and as it's getting heated, Raven shows up with Jesper. And he makes his way to the front to talk to Hoth. And he's like, what the hell are you doing? You can't do this shit without my permission. Like, you can't carry out the law without my leave.
Yeah.
And with all this distraction, Elspeth sneaks around.
Gets the kid
somehow. I feel like she uses the nightmare to knock the physicians over.
I think so,
or something. But they start booking it.
Yeah. She
Into
takes
the
him
forest.
into the mist.
Yeah.
Into the forest.
Yeah.
To find his parents.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they're both infected.
Yeah.
Yeah, because at some point Elm let up his side, so they're definitely in the forest, like screaming and shit.
Yeah.
But they start running through.
Yeah.
And she's like keeping a wild pace because she's got nightmare energy about her.
Mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden, Lyndon, Hoth's fucking bodyguard, Destria or whatever, is chasing her.
Yep.
And she hears him. She
bad
sends
news.
the boy away. She's like, go try to find your parents.
Go find your parents, bud, and I'll come back for you guys.
Yeah. But he leaves.
Yeah.
And Lyndon comes.
He sure does.
And what happens, Sarah?
Well, bad news.
Bad news.
It's real bad news.
Or kind of good.
Yeah, that's true. Well, they get in a fight.
Yeah.
They're battling.
Naturally.
And Elspeth kind of fucks him up.
Well, yeah, the nightmare does.
Well,
Elspeth, like...
They're the same.
Well, yeah,
Come on.
for sure. Elspeth, like, blacks out, though. Like, she
Yeah.
doesn't remember it happening, which is unusual. Like,
Yeah.
this hasn't happened yet. And when she comes to, she's, like, straddling him, and he's bleeding from the neck, like, clearly close to death.
Yeah.
She had slashed him with her claws again.
Yeah. And she's like, oh, shit.
I know.
I gotta go.
I know.
Gotta go.
Gotta go.
Yeah.
She runs again. And again, in the forest, runs into Raven.
Yeah. And her eyes are all yellow.
And her fingers are long.
Yeah. And she's
and
covered
white
in blood.
And
And
bloody.
Raven is like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Are you okay?
He's like, who? What happened?
Yeah.
And she was like, it was Lyndon.
She
And
tells
he's
him.
like, oh, shit.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, wipe your blood on my black outfit.
Yeah, no one will notice.
It's fine.
It's black. It's fine.
And I'll send Jesper or somebody to go find the boy and parents.
Yeah.
And you're going to act like you just got lost in the mist.
Yep.
Come on.
No one's gonna believe that shit. Come
No.
on.
No.
Raven.
Especially like his courted.
Yeah.
And why else? I mean, come on. Who else would have done it then if she's the only one
got lost in the
Yeah.
forest
she's
with a
the only
dead
one
body.
been found.
A near dead body.
Near dead body. Got lost. I don't know what to tell you. I didn't even know he was there.
I didn't see
Weird.
him. Oh, I wondered what I tripped over.
I wonder what the moaning was.
Ow.
Well, anyway.
Anyways.
She's with Raven now.
Mm-hmm.
He, like, gets her back to the crowd.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
And I feel like Hoth is like, where were you?
Yeah. And suspicious,
Suspicious.
of course. And being a creeper.
Mm-hmm.
And they have a whole plan.
Yeah.
And I think they take her back. They go back to the U house, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Recover. So on. And her and Raven are still like, love you. You know, kissing, holding hands, being cute.
Mm-hmm.
But then some sort of celebration comes up. The king invites them to the king house.
Yeah.
Why? Do you remember? Doesn't necessarily matter.
I don't remember.
They're
It's
there
like a
for
dinner
like a
party or
2-day
something.
celebration, though.
Oh,
like they
never
stay
mind.
overnight.
It's not a dinner party.
No. Yeah, it's like an overnight ordeal.
Oh, yeah, because they gotta sleep.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
Sorry, my
no,
brain.
that's okay. I don't know what the event is, but they have to go to the king's house.
Yeah.
All of them. All of their group of rebels.
I wonder, is it like part of Market Day? Is it just...
Maybe, yeah. So maybe they didn't go home. They went back to King Castle or
Yeah,
something.
I think that's right.
Yeah, that feels right
Mm-hmm.
in my heart. So everyone's there camping out at King's house.
Yeah.
And they have like a fancy dinner that night. And they have, oh, no. It's not at the King's house. It's at Daddy's house. Elspeth's dad's house.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Because they, yeah. No. Okay, this is a different event. It's not Market Day. It's the fucking twins' name day,
Oh, yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
And it's like a whole ordeal.
Yeah.
And they do like an overnight for it.
Yeah.
All right.
For a birthday party? Are you kidding me?
Ew. But anyway, they're there. They have a whole plan to like look for the well card while they're there. And so they get in and mingle and do the things and then decide to break up and like search the house.
Yeah. Yeah, because at the dinner, Elspeth is like, well, I can't see a glow, so he doesn't have it on him.
Yeah.
So it's in the house somewhere.
Yeah. So they like break up.
She also discovers at some point, it could be after all of this, I don't know, but that there were people during Market Day that were in the house searching for the card. when Elm was like, no, you can't go in there. And she's pissed.
Yeah.
She's like, I could have fucking helped.
Yep. Yeah.
I can see where the cards are, you idiot.
Tell you where it is, you dum-dums.
And they're like, well, how would it look if you were there when his card disappeared?
Yeah.
Come
on. People would have noticed.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's true. I forgot about that.
So, wow.
But anyway, they're roaming the house looking for it.
They are. Yeah.
Don't have any luck, though. And they end up meeting back and, like, go back down to the party.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no. Ione. She finds them and is like, come with me. Come on. Come to the dinner. Or, like, have a drink with me.
Yeah.
And leads their group. It's freaking Raven and Elm and Jesper and Elspeth.
Yeah.
All down. And when they get down to wherever she's led them, there's 6 glasses of wine in the middle of the table.
Yeah.
And Hoth approaches.
Mm-hmm.
And he has used the scythe on her to summon them.
Yeah.
This fucking guy.
Yeah.
Using the scythe on his betrothed like a goddamn wiener.
We don't. It's not surprising.
No, it's not.
Honestly.
He's the worst.
Yeah.
For sure. She is going to be not farewell in that relationship.
No.
But it's all his thing.
Yeah.
It's a ruse. It was. He sits him down, and apparently growing up, they all used to play this game with freaking the chalice card, which is the truth serum.
Yeah.
Where they all have to drink this truth serum.
Yeah. And they like go around in the circle asking each other questions.
Yeah.
Like
and
one person at a time, each person gets to ask someone a question.
Yeah, like one person is like in the hot seat.
Yeah.
And the rest of the table gets to ask him shit.
Yep.
And they can't resist.
Mm-hmm.
Or they, not easily.
No, it like actually could kill them if they resist too much.
Yeah. Yeah. So you have to like find a special way around it.
Yeah.
The way that you answer the card or the question. But they're all like, what the fuck? And they've already drank. Like they can't, there's no turning back.
Yeah.
They already have the truth serum within them.
Mm-hmm.
And they're all pissed about it, naturally, because Hoth is the worst.
Yeah.
And they start going around asking questions.
Mm-hmm.
And it's all, like, relatively harmless.
Yeah.
But, of course, Raven is unaffected.
Mm-hmm.
The truth serum doesn't work on him.
Yeah.
But they're all asking questions of each other.
Does Hoth know that? I don't remember.
He does.
Okay, I thought
and
so.
he's like, you obviously won't tell me the fucking truth
Yeah.
about any of these things. Like, what do you do in your free time when you're not captain?
Mm-hmm.
And Raven's like, well, I do my stuff. I have the king's doings, okay?
Yeah.
Shut up.
I'm a busy guy. Leave me alone.
And he's like, Hoth is like, oh, you wouldn't tell me anyway. Obviously. God.
I hate him.
I know, me too. But his whole ploy. We also find out, though, through this, Ione is not happy
No.
with the betrothal, does not like him,
Yeah.
and that he's cheated on her.
Mm-hmm.
We find out that Elm thinks he'd be a better king than Hoth.
Uh-huh.
And a host of other things.
Yeah. A bunch of, like, kind of pointless stuff.
Yeah,
Honestly.
just, like, questions.
Yeah.
And then it's Elspeth's turn to be in the hot seat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's bad.
Yeah.
It's kind of bad.
It's kind of bad.
Yeah. Also, the friggin' nightmare can't do anything to help her.
Yeah.
With the truth serum because it's, like, in her
body.
blood rather than her brain.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
he can't do anything to help her.
Yeah.
And Hoth asks, how did you break your wrist?
Mm-hmm. And Ione, I say Ione because that's how it was said in the audiobook.
Oh, okay. I feel like we talked about this last time.
We did,
and
certainly.
Anyway.
But she's like, I told you she fell off a horse. Like, she's still trying to help Elspeth.
Yeah, how did she say that through truth serum?
Right.
Interesting.
Maybe because it wasn't being asked of her.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know.
In any case, she tries to, like, defend Elspeth and steer the attention away.
Yeah.
And then Raven, while she's, like, struggling to try to find a way to answer the question that isn't giving anything away,
He hops
uses
in her little brain.
the nightmare card on her.
Yeah.
Hops in. And she, like, before he does, she's like, no, dude, like, no.
Yeah.
Goes in anyway because he's trying to, like, talk her down to be like, okay, you just need to, like,
You just have to do
word
this
it
and
well,
this. Yeah.
whatever. And she's like, get out. I
Yeah.
told you never to come in here. Get out. And he's like, I'm just trying to help. I'm just trying to help.
And
But then-
freaking the nightmare comes out and he's like, she said to get out.
Get out. And he's like, oh, fuck. Hops out. He has a look of terror on his face.
Yeah.
No thanks.
Nope.
Yeah. And he like falls out of his chair. Like,
yeah,
there's
it's like a whole big
commotion.
ordeal. Everyone's like, what the fuck was that, dude?
Elm's like, you good, bro? What the heck? And they have just sort of a whole event situation, of which then Raven's like, I'm done with this. We're done. We're not playing your fucking game anymore, big guy.
Yeah.
And they start to lead Elspeth away, but then she like stops.
Starts vomiting up blood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently, the truth serum, the chalice, like, if you fight it, it poisons you.
Mm-hmm.
So she be poisoned.
Yeah.
Because she didn't tell the truth.
Mm-hmm.
And next thing
Talk
you
about
know...
bad news.
Truly. That's terrible.
Yeah.
And, like, if you aren't healed, you're just gonzo.
Mm-hmm. Luckily, they have a healer on their side.
Sure do. Philic.
Yeah.
But she wakes up in bed all weak and messed up.
Yeah.
Philic has saved her.
Mm-hmm. Raven's there.
Raven's there.
He's like sleeping in a chair.
Elm's there.
Isn't she pretending to be asleep still?
For a
After
second.
she wakes up, she's like, I don't want anyone to know I'm awake.
Yeah,
'Cause
she
I don't want
hears-
the questions.
Yeah. And she hears Raven and Elm chatting, and Raven tells Elm, like, there's something weird going on in her head.
Yeah.
Like, that was crazy.
I can't
heard
tell
a voice.
you what I saw. I have
don't
no
know
idea
the
what it
fuck.
was.
What the heck?
Yeah.
And then Elspeth is like, wakes up. I'm here.
Yeah.
And he asks her about it. He's still like she's worried that he's gonna run and think she's terrifying and scary. I know.
He's so sweet.
He is. He's like, just tell me. Like, you can tell me anything.
Yeah.
And she's like, it'd be easier to just show you.
Mm-hmm.
So she lets him back into her brain.
Yeah.
And they have like a cordial conversation with the nightmare.
Yeah. He's like, hello, Raven, you.
Now that you're
Click, 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 click,
now that you're invited with permission. Hello. Welcome to my humble abode. And they have a whole chat about it.
Yeah.
About how she like absorbed his soul or whatever from the card, etc.
Yeah.
And Raven's like, hot damn. Pulls out of her mind. But he's still, like in it with her. He seems a little shook, but he's not like
But he
running.
still likes her.
Yeah.
He cares about her.
I know.
Aww.
Aw, sweetie peeties. Yeah. But also in all of this, we failed to mention. Mm-hmm. Every time she is drawn on the nightmare, he keeps telling her, like, you don't have a lot of time.
Yeah.
And, like, this is your degeneration, and you don't have a lot of time. The more you use my power, the stronger I become.
Yeah.
And, like, it can
I don't
only
think
be...
he's the one that told her. I think she figured it out herself.
he probably said it in a riddle, and she, like, came to with it all.
And he, like, confirmed it for her, but...
Yeah.
Yeah, because her and Raven had a conversation about how, like, she didn't think she was degenerating. Because Raven's degenerating where, like, he can only use certain cards.
Yeah, and each one, like, a new one falls off every year or something.
Every so often, yeah. And then, obviously, Emery is losing his mind.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, this is her
degeneration. And
every time she calls on him, she gets a little weaker.
Yeah,
he
and
gets
he
a little
gets stronger and can, like, use her body against her will. Like the sleepwalking situation. Because we find, I don't know if it was then or later, but we found out that he is buried under that rock.
Yeah.
The Shepherd King is.
Mm-hmm.
And so he, like, used her body to go there and try to dig himself up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Weird.
And even prior to Raven having found out about the nightmare, she told him, like, I am afraid to get close to you because I'm degenerating.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how long I'm going to be here. And he's like, what are you talking about? Like, we'll figure it out. I'll save you.
We're going to save you.
We're going to get the
We're going to get all these cards and everyone's going to be fine.
We're going to get rid of the mist, baby. Yeah. It's going to be okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. But as she's recovering in her bed, Raven leaves to go do something.
Uh-huh.
They have to, like, go deal with some shit. And her dad comes into the room.
Yeah.
And he's like, Elspeth, I'm so sorry. Are you okay?
You okay, honey?
And he has, like, emotion on his face.
Yeah.
I feel like he's talking about the mom some.
Mm-hmm.
And he gives her the goddamn well card.
He sure does.
He's like, your mom gave this to me, and I wanted you to have it.
Yeah. Yeah, she gave it to me when we were courting, and I want you to have it. You don't have to give it to Raven unless you want to.
Yeah. They don't even have to steal it.
Yeah.
Don't even have to steal it.
Holy crap.
Holy crap. But after she gets the card from good old Pops,
mm-hmm.
Raven, like, comes in again. He has to go do something, so he's, like, saying bye-bye.
Yeah. I gotta go take care of some business.
Yeah. She's like, I got the card, baby. My dad gave it to me.
Yeah.
And Philip
just gave it to me.
He just gave it to me.
You
no strings
me?
Attached. What the heck? We didn't even have to steal it.
Yeah.
And he leaves to go do his business. Philip like checks on her again, takes the card so he can bring it back to you.
Yeah.
So it's not in her possession. And she is waiting for Raven to come back, and they're all gonna go back to the house or whatever.
Mm-hmm. And someone comes knocking on her door.
Who is it?
It's freaking Hoth.
Hoth!
She gets up all excited thinking that it's Raven.
Yeah.
And he's back already.
Mm-hmm.
And it's freaking Hoth.
It's Hoth.
Yeah.
And he's pissed. He's like,
Yeah.
you lied to me. Or you lied, even with the fucking truth serum.
Yeah.
Like, you're up to no good. Tell me more.
I need to know.
Actually, I'm sorry. I have to say this because I'm pissed about it.
Okay.
She's downstairs doing something or another, and her uncle comes up to her, and he's like, hey, Elspeth, your aunt's upstairs and wants to talk to you.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck her.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck her. And he leads her upstairs. He's like, it's important.
Upstairs, and then he locks the door when they get in the room, and he's like,
yeah.
Jokes.
Leaves her with Hoth.
Yeah.
Can't
Oh, yeah,
believe
because
him.
Hoth is in her room.
Yeah.
It's not her aunt. It's Hoth.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah. And she's like, Uncle, no, like, don't leave me. And he's like, doesn't say much. He just, like,
Yeah.
leaves and locks her in.
Yeah.
And Hoth's like, yeah, your uncle told me you're infected. And he didn't mention any magic. And so I could out you to everybody and have you executed, basically.
Yeah.
Unless you tell me what the hell's going on and what Raven's up to and, like, all this shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's got to be something happening. I know. And he, like, ties her up.
Yeah.
And he has fucking Orith, creepy healer, coming to, like, confirm that she's infected with her blood. And she calls on the nightmare, and she's like, you have to help me. And he's like, well, you have to get your hands untied first.
Yeah.
And so she, like, ends up getting them untied somehow.
Why can't she just, like, why can't he just take control and fucking snap the...
Yeah.
That didn't make any sense to me.
Yeah. I don't know. But she ends up getting them untied.
Yeah.
And while...
Yeah, she, like, fucks herself up
Yeah.
getting her wrists free.
Rubs them raw. They're bleeding.
Pulls skin off of her wrists.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she has a broken wrist.
Yeah.
Actively. That's fucked up.
Yeah.
But it's bad. But Hoth's just threatening her. Orith is there threatening her. And she gets her hands unbound, but then is, like, holding out, waiting.
Yeah.
And then I think Orith starts approaching to, like, take her blood to do his testing with his weird clicky claws.
Ugh.
And she fucking nightmares on him.
She sure does.
She rips his claws off, which are apparently, like, attached to his hand. Like, it's not just a glove or some shit.
Yeah.
Like, they are his fingers.
Yeah. Rips it off and shoves it into his throat, doesn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he dies real quick.
He go bye-bye.
He go bye-bye.
Ooh.
And Hoth's like, what the fuck? Naturally.
Yeah.
And starts using the black horse to fight her.
Mm-hmm.
And they're squaring off.
Yeah.
But she is not her. She is the nightmare.
Yeah.
And he fucks him up too.
Uh-huh.
I think he, like, slashes him also in the same way he has been doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He does something too because later...
Oh, he breaks his legs and everything,
something about,
too.
like, he can't walk anymore.
His legs are all disfigured.
I feel like he fucked up his back somehow.
Something.
Like
he
might have
messes
paralyzed
him up.
Yeah.
And all the while, mid-battle, Raven, like, pops into Elspeth's brain. And he's like, where are you? What's going on? Like, worried.
Yeah.
And she's like, you can't come. Like, it's Hoth and Orith. You can't come up here.
You can't. Yeah.
Or wherever. You just can't come.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm coming. You know, makes his way upstairs through all of that. And ends up busting through. Has Jesper use her black horse or something to bust down the door.
Yeah.
So they enter into this, like, gruesome scene.
Yeah. Ugh.
Elspeth's covered in blood.
Yeah.
Raven's like, holy shit.
What did you do?
And she's
How?
like,
What's going on?
it was a nightmare.
What happened? What did they do to you? Are you okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so maybe, okay, shit. Maybe Emery happened before that. Because then Elspeth's put in a cell.
You're right. Yeah.
So, okay, before this,
all of this.
my goodness, I don't know when it happened. I don't know how important it is to say. But at one point, Emery, like, escaped.
I feel like it's important because of the ending.
You're right.
So.
Well, okay. At one point, when they were at the U house, or they were gone from the U house, maybe this was after Market Day. That actually makes sense.
Yeah.
Raven, like, gets a call or something, some news.
Yeah,
Not
but
a
Emery
call, but...
left the castle.
Yeah, and that he's at the U house, and
Yeah.
his parents are like, you need to come home right now.
Mm-hmm.
So they go there, and Emery's like, he's emaciated. He's not doing good.
Yeah.
He's degenerating
He's
quickly.
in real rough shape.
And he's like, I just wanted to be home. Like, I'm already dying. I just wanted to come home.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, like he wants to die where he's
yeah,
comfortable and around people that love him.
yeah. It's sad.
It is sad.
And they have a meal, and, you know, they all can... Oh, yeah. And this is after freaking Raven and Elspeth banged it out.
Oh, yeah.
They
We
definitely
forgot to mention
banged.
that. They sure did.
And
And I'm a little sad there wasn't more detail.
Yeah. What the heck?
Give me more spice.
Yeah. It was like fine spice for not being super explicit.
Yeah.
Like, it was pretty good.
It was
well
pretty
written. But yeah, they had banged, guys. God, we
Yeah.
forgot a big, important piece.
Oh my gosh.
And
They're
everyone
like
at,
in love now.
Yeah, they sure are. And everyone at the table's like, you did it.
Uh-huh.
And they're like, oh, shut up about it. And the next day, Emery wants to like go walk through the garden before they take him back to the castle.
Yeah.
And Elspeth catches up with him and asks him to use his power
Mm-hmm.
to like see what's inside her. And I think that's just to confirm that it is in fact the Shepherd King.
Yeah.
I think they have a moment.
Yeah.
That's kind of a big thing that we just didn't talk about.
Yeah.
We just didn't for remember timeline events.
Yeah.
So yeah, that happened, guys, a while ago.
Sure did.
But after she murdered Orth and maimed freaking Hoth, she's put in a cell naturally.
Mm-hmm.
And the king comes down to see her.
Yeah.
And she wants to like barter with him in some capacity.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember what she says. Oh, she's like, I can see cards. Like, I can help you find them.
Yeah.
If you let me go.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, you think that's worth it to me?
Mm-hmm.
You have disfigured my son. Like, he's never going to walk again. My
Yeah.
heir. Not even just my son.
Yeah.
But next king.
Yeah, I don't feel like he would care if it was just Skid.
No.
Honestly. Like,
Yeah.
that's just the vibe I get.
For sure.
He only cares because it's
The heir to the
heir.
kingdom.
Yeah.
I mean, you have another son, but they're estranged. Like, El moved
Mhm.
out of the house a long time ago because he was treated like crap.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the king doesn't want anything to do with it.
Mm-hmm.
Naturally, he's pissed.
Yeah.
And
he's like, there's nothing that you could offer me that would change my mind.
yeah. Yeah.
Because you're a piece of crap.
You're a poop.
Turd.
A poop. But then, how does it end, Sarah?
Elspeth offers her own life to save Emery. She's like, take my blood instead of Emery's with all the cards to get the mist to go away.
To Raven and friends?
No, to the king.
Oh. Because Emery died, didn't he?
No.
Oh. What's going on? Okay.
Did he?
I don't...
If he did, I absolutely missed that. But I don't think that he did.
I don't remember. I don't remember what happens
I feel like
now.
she tells him something. That they have all of the cards except for one. Oh!
I don't feel like she tells the king that.
Oh!
That would be outing Raven. What?
She is Elspeth no longer.
I don't think... What event made her into the nightmare, though? Oh, you're right. I think when she used the nightmare for the Hoth situation.
Yeah. He was like,
Okay.
you need to know that, like, if you let me take control right now, you might not come back.
Yeah.
This is the end.
Yeah, you're right.
And she's like, it's fine.
Yeah, you're right. And she, like, is gone just as Raven's approaching.
Yeah.
Like, she goes into the darkness of her own body and mind and is trapped or whatever.
Yeah.
So the nightmare, or Shepherd King, is now Elspeth.
Yeah.
And he's the one talking to the king in the cell.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, makes it known that it's him.
Yeah.
And essentially is challenging him.
And he says, we have all of the cards except for one. And the king is like, well, oh, and he says, I can get you the, what is the last card?
Twin
The
Alders.
Twin Alders. And the king is like, that card has been missing for hundreds of years. And the nightmare tells him that he knows where it is and he can get it.
Because he's the one who hit it.
He's the one who hit it. And then says also the
I think that's-
whole blood thing.
Yeah. I think
He's
that's
like,
the end.
Take my blood instead of Emery's.
Okay.
And we'll get rid of the mist.
Okay.
So.
I feel like the
and
last
that was the end.
line was like, I'm the one who hit it.
Yeah, something like that.
I don't know, but I forgot.
I'm pretty sure the last line was something about Emery.
Okay, well, I don't know. It doesn't matter too much.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, Elspeth is now the nightmare.
Yeah.
And, like, Raven talked to him through the mind.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, what the heck? And he's like, well, Elspeth's gone.
Mm-hmm.
She degenerated.
Yeah.
She won't be here now. And Raven's shooketh and upset.
Yeah.
But anyway, what I was going to say about the potential heritage line,
Mm-hmm.
now that Shepard's out and about,
Yeah.
maybe that will come to light with Raven. Like, they're going to have some weird something going on.
Yeah.
He's going to be like, by the way, you are also a Shepherd King.
Yeah.
I don't know, but holy shit!
Yeah, we also got like a little flash at some point into Elspeth's mind. Like, she's still there somewhere. And so obviously she's going to come back.
Yeah, she's like tucked down deep somewhere.
Yeah.
She's like where the nightmare was when he started, I guess.
Yeah.
But she has no power over him, so she can't like claw her way forward yet.
Yeah.
Not that she has anything to offer him, comparatively. Yeah, dude!
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's so good.
It's so good.
I know.
Holy shit. Well, I really enjoyed it.
I did too.
What did you rate it, Sarah?
I gave it 5 stars. What did you rate it, Danielle?
I also gave it 5 stars.
Oh my gosh.
It was
Tell
a
me
good
about
one.
it. Give me your review.
Well, I really like the genre, whatever this genre is. It had multiple when we were looking into it. This gothic, fantasy, romanticy, dark. Like, it's got such an interesting vibe about it.
Yeah.
I really, really love the magic mechanism. Magic system. That's easier. I love the magic system. It's so unique and different. I feel like the cards being imbued with power, and then this like darker magic that is considered bad. Just the system of magic is very interesting and intricate.
Yeah.
And I love that it's sort of like the magic is held with the power, you know what I mean? The king, essentially, we learned that, they rewrote essentially the whole law to be about the Providence cards.
Yeah.
But I love that. I really enjoyed the writing. I think it was very well done. Mm-hmm. The pacing of it all kept you in mystery, kept you guessing what was to come next. I like the characters. I really love Raven and Elspeth together.
Yeah.
And these like ancillary characters that add to the story so much, and you want to know about them more. Like Ione, I want to know what the hell's going on there.
I know.
I hate Hoth, which if I can despise them, that's good in my book.
Mm-hmm.
The world I think could be built a little more.
I agree.
And maybe that'll happen in the second book. Mm-hmm. But I want more of like the mystical background story.
Yeah.
Like I want to hear more about the Shepherd King, and now that he's in Elspeth's body, that's probably going to happen. But like I want to hear more about the lore and stuff that's coming up, because we get brief snippets, especially at the beginning of chapters where it's like cards, which I really liked that.
I did too. Yeah.
I really liked that part of it. It's really well paced. It's a fun read. It sucked me in from the beginning, because it's such a different take on fantasy magic. It's not like mystical creatures necessarily. You know what I mean? And it just gave me fun, dark vibes.
Yeah, I agree with everything you just said.
Like magician dark vibes, kind of. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just different. Yeah. It's very fun.
I also like that with the magic system, there's no like using magic without a cost. Yeah. Like there's always something that's happening. There's a consequence. Yeah. It's a give and take. I really like that. I did too. Like, regardless of if it's with the cards or the magic you get from the mist, like, it all comes at a cost. Yeah. Like, the longer you use the cards, the more of a consequence it becomes. Like, the maiden card, you become heartless. And, etc. Like, poor Elm was battling with the scythe after using it on multiple people, like, completely worn out. So, I really love that too. Yeah. I also really, as much as I love like a true romantasy where the romance is pretty forward, I like that it wasn't like a main plot point in this book, because I feel like that would have taken away from the story. For sure. Yeah, they didn't bang until like the very end. Yeah. Well, and even the like leading up to that, the flirting and the banter and whatever, it wasn't like in your face, slapping you with cutesy shit.
Yeah.
It was very like a side story.
It sure was.
Yeah.
And I did like that too. It felt more slow burn.
Mm-hmm.
And like they got to know so much more about each other's worlds before it was like, I am completely invested and I will die for you.
Yeah, it wasn't just like, I love you because you're hot.
Yeah.
Like, I actually like the person that you are, and
Yeah. And this
what
fake
you stand
courting,
for.
yeah, it's turned into more because
Yeah.
of who you are. Yeah.
I also like that, the fake
I know.
fake dating.
The
I was
little
like,
game.
oh, it's cute.
I know. And then when they bring it up later, he's like, I've wanted you since I first met you.
Yeah.
Like, that's why I was so adamant against it. Yeah. Cute.
Yeah, and there were multiple times where she was like, you know, or they would ask each other, like, are we still pretending?
Yeah. It
And
was
they're like,
cute
no,
little...
I've never been pretending. I love you.
I love you. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very sweet. I like that relationship. What else?
There was a couple times where the author wrote, like, someone's voice was dripping in oil. And it happened multiple times. Dripping in oil. What the fuck does that mean? And why are you saying it so many times?
It didn't
I
stick
don't know
with
if
me at
that's
all.
something that stuck with you, but the first time I was like, what does that even mean? And then it happened again, and I was like, what?
I did not notice. I love that now, though. That's fair. That's a weird thing to say.
Yeah.
They're just coming off slimy.
Yeah. And outside of that, no, I agree with everything that you said. I've said it multiple times. I love the magic system and how unique it was. It was a really good book, and I hope that the second book lives up to the first book.
I do too.
Is even better.
Yeah. I like it because it feels so unique.
Yeah.
You know, like it's a lot different than most romanticities that we've read, and it's its own little world.
Yeah.
And I really like that.
I
Like,
do
it's
too.
almost giving me the vibe of a witch book with romantasy. I don't know. Like, I feel like I should read this on Halloween.
Yeah, I feel like I'm getting, like, the vibe of a witch book with, like, the comforting ambiance of, like, a Harry Potter world.
Yeah.
Like, it made me feel like Christmas, if that
It
makes
does.
sense to you.
It does. It absolutely does. I'm like, Harry Potter is great to watch 2 different times a year, either Halloween or Christmas.
Yes, but I prefer Christmas.
It is a Christmas vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was really wonderful. I enjoyed myself a lot.
Yeah.
Definitely a 5 out of 5.
I agree.
You guys got to read it.
Yeah,
I
you
mean,
gotta
you
check
should
it
have
out.
already.
Do you have any predictions for the next book?
Yeah. Well, before we say that,
Okay.
next week, friends, we are starting the second book. So, Two Twisted Crowns.
By Rachel Gillig.
Yes, of course. Chapters 1 through 29.
Yes.
So, this is obviously on the same realm, I'm imagining.
Yeah.
Gothic,
Yes.
fantasy, romantasy.
Christmas feeling.
Christmas Harry Potter witch vibe. And I think that, like I said earlier, the Nightmare and Raven are going to have something going on.
Mm-hmm.
Because they dropped that weird lineage head.
Yeah.
Drop there somewhere.
Yeah.
And Raven is like,
gotta come back into
main
play.
you.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like the Nightmare's trying to partner with the King, so maybe they're probably going to pull one over on the King somehow.
Certainly.
I
I don't think he's like trying to partner. I think he's trying to pull one over on the King.
Well, he wants to usurp him as he did him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Get revenge.
Yeah.
Because he was the king.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. I don't want to think too hard about it. I want it to surprise me.
That's fair.
Yeah. Do you have any big predictions, though?
No,
Okay.
not really. Like, outside of, obviously, somehow Elspeth is going to come back.
Somehow.
And I hope it doesn't take the entire book, because I want to see more of her and Raven.
Yeah, fair. Fair. I wonder if they're going to sort of coexist in her body some
Maybe.
way, somehow.
Are they able to, though, with her degenerating?
I don't know.
You know?
I mean, if they get all the cards and lift the mist, what happens?
Right.
Like, is he permanently there now that he's made his way to the front?
Or does he completely
Or
go
does
away?
he go away and
Yeah.
Elspeth's recovered? I don't
don't
know.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I'm really excited.
Me too. I'm very stoked. So next week, y'all, 1 through 29 of
Yes.
Two Twisted Crowns. Read it with us. Come
Yeah.
on.
Please.
And let us know how you felt about the first book. What'd you think about this one? We
Yeah.
really loved it.
I hadn't really heard any bad things about it until I finished it and reviewed or rated it and then went and looked at reviews, and I was like, damn, there's a lot of people who didn't like that book.
Why?
Which really surprises me because it's so good.
Were there any consistent reasons, or it was just people being
I
shitty?
didn't really look at reviews.
Okay.
I was just looking at ratings.
Interesting. Well, I really liked
what
it.
other people were thinking.
So those people are silly.
I did see a lot of people like DNF at 40%.
What?
DNF at 80%. I'm
What?
like, what do you mean?
Well, how could you do it at those points, especially? Even the beginning, I was interested because of the magic system specifically.
Mm-hmm.
Well, damn, I loved it.
I
know
too.
a lot of people on the TikTok also love it. So.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was really good. Do you want to talk about who needs to calm the fuck down?
I mean, I feel like it's obvious.
Hoff.
The king.
Both.
To
be king and current king. I think
Ione,
Hoff
a little
is more
bit
prevalent. Well, kind of, but she was also helpful.
It's true. Yeah,
Or
but
tried
Hoff
to
is
be.
like almost dead now.
That's
so
true.
Does he really need to calm down? I think he did.
He got calmed down. He was forced to calm down. Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of Vickies.
Yeah.
All right. Well, what'd you read this week, Sarah? Outside of this lovely book. Tell me about it.
Well, I finished A Soul to Keep by Opal Rain.
Mm-hmm.
I gave it 2 stars.
Big oof.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I read
That one, guys, when we talked about tentacle penises, go to our check-in.
That's the review you're going to want to listen to.
Yeah.
I also read all of Moths by Jane Hennigan.
Yeah.
I gave that 4.75 stars.
Heck yeah.
And it would have been a 5-star if there hadn't been typos.
Damn it.
So that
And
tells you how good it was.
women can't be mechanics vibe.
That too, but
Yeah.
that was. I feel like that was more just me making shit up.
I don't know.
Not necessarily. No, it wasn't. But it was very like
not super.
very not super forward.
Yeah.
I mean, it kind of was. I don't know.
I don't know. I'm interested in that one. I'm excited to read it.
I just started listening to Passage by Justin Cronin. I listened to like 27%, I think I said.
Shit, yeah.
And I also am reading. What else am I reading? Oh, I was reading Bone Witch by Rinch Pecco. I read another 42 pages this week and decided to DNF for now.
Yeah.
I just am not
feeling it.
Digging it right now. I'm bored. I'm confused.
That's fair.
So.
That's fair.
Yeah. And then I'll let you talk about the last one. Since it's your only in progress.
It sure is. Well, I finished a couple books this week too.
Yeah.
I finished The Witch Collector by Sharissa Weeks.
Okay.
And gave it a 5-star.
Heck
that was my audiobook. And I read The Cellar by Natasha Preston. The whole dang thing.
Heck yeah.
And gave it a 4. So if you want to hear about those, go to check in. But we're also reading a book by an indie author on TikTok, Nathan Helm, and it's called Kingdom Society The Black Hood, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
And it's pretty fun. It's like an anime-inspired fantasy.
Yeah.
And it's fast-paced, interesting vibe. So
yeah,
we're about halfway through. Like
we read about 228, I think.
Yeah, and I don't have any other in progresses, but I need to pick an audiobook tonight. So that's got to happen, and then I have to decide what physical book I'm reading.
Yeah.
It might very well be The Heartless Hunter. We'll see.
It might be.
Yeah.
But also maybe not.
Who knows?
Who knows?
You never know.
Yeah.
How I'm feeling that day.
Yeah.
But what did you guys read? I mean, it's not a check-in, but you could tell us.
You could.
And also go watch the dang check-ins
on
YouTube. And if you aren't already on YouTube, you can find us there at Books and Crannies Podcast.
Yes. Or you can find us on TikTok, Instagram, any podcast platform.
Yeah.
At Books and Crannies Podcast.
Facts on facts. And you can leave us ratings, and you can leave us likes and subscribe. And you can leave comments.
Leave us a rating.
Yeah.
I don't know if you said that already.
I did, but say it again.
Please, leave us a rating. It really helps.
Sure does. And if you want more content, TikTok, we have some funny memes.
Yes.
Mean vibes, lots of reviews. And on YouTube, we do like a shorter long form check-in where we talk about all of the books we're reading. So outside of the podcast book, if you want to hear about our other picks in more detail, go there.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. But freaking thanks for hanging out.
Yeah.
And watching if you're on YouTube. Howdy, friends.
Yes. Hello.
Hello.
And don't forget to read chapters 1 through 29 into Twisted Crowns ahead of next week.
Yes.
So that you can join us again.
Facts. And, well, we love you.
Yeah, we do.
Happy reading.
Happy reading.
Have a good week.
Okay.
Bye.